Hi everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics with Game 2 of the Wildcard Weekend Playoffs using Game-Winning Drive, a game by Downey from Downey Games. You can find it at downeygames.com. That's spelled D-O-W-N-E-Y. This is a drive-by-drive football game designed by Richard Kusz, I think, K-U-C-Z, and Felipe Riviere. It is similar to fastdrive.com, only the math is up front. Fastdrive.com, the math is behind the concepts. All right, today we have the Miami Dolphins at the Kansas City Chiefs. This game will be played on Saturday night. It will be played in freezing cold weather. I think it will be about 0 degrees, and wind chills will be in the negatives. Brings back memories of the Freezer Bowl, played on January 10th, 1982, between the San Diego Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Dan Fouts Chargers lost that game 27-7 to Cincinnati. That game was called on NBC. Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen were the two broadcasters for that game. Miami's got a tall challenge, and the weather is not represented in this game. There's an optional home field advantage rule, and I think we'll employ that today. All right, check it out. Home field advantage. To degree ratings already have home field advantage factored. However, for those who want to replicate it being tougher to play on the road, this is a simple but elegant method for home field advantage. The home team can nullify one roll per game to force a re-roll for that possession. Nullification roll must take place in regulation time, as it is not applied during overtime. So you can use that to take away a good roll for your opponent or to give yourself a second chance. You do that one time per game. So we're going to play with Kansas City has the optional overtime rule in effect. And I hope that will somewhat simulate the cold weather advantage that the Chiefs should have. I'm not entirely sure the Chiefs will have a cold weather advantage. They had trouble catching footballs when they weren't hard and frozen. It's not going to get any better when they're hard and frozen. On the other hand, Miami cannot replicate practicing and playing in cold weather when they practice in Miami. All right, let's talk about the dice. When the Chiefs are on offense, we'll read the red die first. When the Dolphins are on offense, the green die first. The two white dice tell us what happens on the score, how it was scored. And I use a different method for keeping time. I like to roll 3 6-sided dice and subtract the lowest from the highest. If they are all the same, that's a 6-minute drive. Like a 3 4s or 3 6s, 3 2s, that'll be a 6-minute drive. All right, let's do the coin toss. Green will represent Miami, red Kansas City. Do it again. Miami wins the toss. Miami will elect to defer. All right, Kansas City will have the ball first. They have no punt or kick returns or INT return possibilities. So right into the offensive roll. 65 is not a score. 34 is how they turn the ball over, and that's going to be a punt. With the time of the drive being 2 minutes. Miami has no punt or kick return possibilities. They'll take over, and once again we're reading the green die first. I think we'll roll them all together. 32 is a score right at the top of the range. It's a 4-minute drive. We'll see what kind of a score it is. 23 is a touchdown run. So Miami gets a TD run. And we'll see by whom. Six is Ahmed. Here's the extra point kick. And 63 is good. Miami 7, Kansas City nothing. All right, here's the Chiefs' offensive roll. 33 is a score. 26 is a field goal. And it was a quick drive. 1 minute off the clock. So Harrison Butker drives the ball through the uprights. It is now Miami 7, Kansas City 3. Eight minutes to play in the first period. 63 is too high for scoring. 34 is a punt. And 4-1 is 3 minutes off the clock. 5 minutes to play. Kansas City's offense comes out on the field. (6-5) does not score. 36 is a pass that's intercepted by Miami. They have an interception return possibility. And let's see if it is 11 through 24. It's a pick six. Let me double check that on the card. That seems high. Yeah, 11 through 24. If I hit 24, then I got to roll 11 through 43 on the next one. And 66 is not a touchdown, but what Miami does get is a first of all, there were 3 minutes off that drive, so we're down to 2 minutes. They get a short field, so that means they will score 11 through 42 on the short field following the interception. They're already in front, 7-3. Here's their roll. 1 minute off the clock, a quick drive, and 34 will be a score because of the short field. And it is a touchdown run. All right, let's see we used the finder dice to see who did that touchdown run. 23 is Raheem Mostert. Extra point and tip is good. Miami 14, Kansas City 3. Kansas City still has not used their home field advantage. We are still in the first quarter. Here's their offensive roll, and that is a score, touchdown run for Kansas City. Probably in the second quarter now. That was a 2-minute drive, so we are in the second quarter. 14-3 Miami. Touchdown run is by, we'll do the finder dice here. 15, touchdown run is by Isaiah Pacheco. All right, let's see. Don't think Bucker missed any extra points. He did not, but if we roll 1-1, we'll call it blocked. 21. Extra point is good. Miami 14, Kansas City 10. Early in the second quarter. All right, the Dolphins do not score. 23 is the turnover. It is a punt. And 3 minutes off the clock. 11 to play in the half. Kansas City takes over. $63 is not a score, and 41 would be another interception. Kansas City is going to use their home field advantage mulligan here and do a re-roll. So let's re-roll. And they no longer have a home field advantage after this mulligan is employed. Kansas City on offense again, 51. They don't score. And it's still a pass interception. That did not help at all. And only 1 minute off the clock. We'll try the interception return. It is not returned for a touchdown, but is a short field for Miami. And so again, 11 through 42, they will score. 51, they don't score. 4 minutes go off the clock. And 13 is a fumble by Miami. Kansas City does have a fumble return possibility. That is 11 through 22 for a scoop and score. They don't score, but they get a short field, so 11 through 44. Kansas City will score on their next drive. And it is a touchdown or a score. 64 is going to be a field goal, actually. Harrison Butker closes the gap to 14 to 13. There was 4 minutes off the clock, 3 to play. Miami has a football. Head by 1 point. All right, Miami scores. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So there's still time on the clock. And 51 type of score is a touchdown pass. From Tua to 21 is Tyreek Hill. All right, the entire third quarter was nothing but exchanges of punts. And we are now in the fourth quarter. No one scored in the third. So we're going to skip ahead in the action. Miami had the ball with 1 minute to play in the fourth quarter. They took a drive with 1 minute to play in the third quarter. They took a drive that took the game into the fourth quarter and then threw an interception. Kansas City does not have a possibility to return the interception. They had no pick sixes during the season, but their offense takes over on a short field, so 11 through 44, they will score. And it is a 35. They score. Let's see what type of score. It is a touchdown pass with 4 minutes off the clock. All right, we'll roll the finder die to see who caught that pass. 53 was Justin Watson. That makes the score 21 to 20. Kansas City will go for 2 points. So you roll the 2 Kansas City offensive dice. And if Kansas City scores a touchdown, it's a successful 2-point conversion. If it's a field goal, it's unsuccessful. So we'll roll the 2 dice and then the 2 white dice to see whether it's a touchdown or field goal. Kansas City needs 2 points. It's 21 to 19 Miami. And Kansas City definitely gets a score, 1-3. And 1-1 is a touchdown, so the 2-point conversion is good. Kansas City 21, Miami 21. All right, it's Miami's ball with 9 minutes to play in the game. Game is tied. And Miami rules a 46. That's not a score. 55 is a punt. Kansas City takes over. There was 2 minutes off the clock, so 7 to play. And 6-3 is not a score. 42 is another pass interception. Mahomes has been picked 3 times. So after the interception, Miami rules for the return, not a touchdown return. And here we go with Miami's offense. I think at the end of the game, we'll just do separate rolls. 61's too high. 63 is a punt. And the time of the drive is 3 minutes. That takes us to 2 minutes. And Kansas City takes over. Still fourth quarter. 2 minutes to go. I'm going to roll the clock die first, see if we go into overtime. And we do. It's 3 minutes. That's too much time. So end of regulation. Captains come out on the field for the coin toss. Miami wins the toss. They will take the football. I'm having flashbacks to the 1971 Christmas Day game where the Dolphins, which was the core team of the undefeated team that went on in 72 to go undefeated, knocked out the Chiefs with the longest game in the NFL. That was the Ed Podolak game where he had something like 297 all-purpose yards. So Miami has the ball. If they score a touchdown on this drive, the game is over. All right, let's see what their offense does in the extra period. 41 is too high. We'll see how they turn it over. 21, they must punt. And the time of the drive is 2 minutes. So I think they go 10-minute overtimes now. 8 minutes to play in the extra frame. This could be a long game because they got to play it out to a conclusion. No ties in the playoffs. Kansas City's offense. 51, too high to score. And 21 is a punt. Time off the clock is 2 minutes. 6 minutes to go in overtime. Miami's ball. And now we're in, according to the NFL rules, we're in sudden death overtime now. Miami's second drive in overtime. They roll a 61. It's too high. 43 is intercepted. Kansas City does not have a chance to return intercepted passes. They had no pick sixes. 3 minutes off the clock, 3 minutes to play. Chiefs take over on a short field. We'll roll the timing die first. Just 1 minute. So that takes it down to 2 minutes left in overtime. Here is their short field dice roll. So it's following an interception. 11 through 44, Kansas City will score. 43, Kansas City scores, and it is a touchdown pass Mahomes to, we'll re-roll the 2 white dice as finder dice, to 13. That's Rashee Rice with the touchdown. We don't need to kick the extra point. Kansas City 27, Miami 21. All right, quite a ball game. Miami came up into the cold. They put up quite a fight, and but it was not enough as Kansas City wins in overtime, turns the table on that Christmas Day game. Thanks for watching. Later on, I'm going to put up another game on the Hunt for 400, and then the next one of these Downey games will be the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Buffalo. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless.